Guys, welcome to 3208 Brewster Drive. Today I'll be going over 7 different things so you guys get a deep understanding of how we did this deal. Number 1 is how did we find this deal? Number 2 is why did the seller wanted to sell the deal to us? Number 3 is understanding how we funded the deal. Number 4 is what was our initial exit strategy and where do we end up? Number 5 is the numbers. What did all this cost to renovate? Materials, laborers, and funding costs. Number 6 is gonna be the before and after renovations of this whole entire project. And number 7, what did we learn from this project? You guys need to stay tuned. So the first part of the video is how did we find this deal? So we connected with local wholesalers that was in the Richmond area, and what this person did was very smart, very easy. Anybody could do this. He looked on Zillow for sale by owners and ended up finding this property, negotiating with it, couldn't get it past the finish line, passed it over to me, and I talked to the seller to negotiate what I wanted. So that's how he got paid at closing of $3,500. Number 2 is why did the seller want to sell us this particular property? So the original sellers were elderly and they didn't like the stairs because this is a split level home, and so we negotiated with the son, and the elderly couple that was living here moved down to North Carolina and they had no more use for this property, and so that's why they wanted to sell the property to us, and we negotiated a very fair, reasonable deal for them. Number 3 is how did we fund this deal? So we are lucky enough to build a good network within our local community and leverage private hard money to buy the deal, and then we utilize private money to fund the renovations, and you'll see all those in the numbers when we get to the office. So number 4, guys, was what was our initial plan and where do we end up? So our initial plan was we were gonna turn this into a short-term, mid-term situation, renting out by the room, right? So your nurses and your professional stays. However, since we renovated this property, our idea was to do a cash out refi so that we get the max amount of money out so we can pay back hard money lenders with our private money lenders. But another opportunity presented itself in our local market, so we decided to turn it into a fix and flip. Luckily, we made the finishes of this particular property nice so it could be resold quickly. All right, guys, so let's jump into the office and look at the numbers. Hey guys, welcome back into the office. We're gonna take a look at the numbers and how I break down the property per section, and so that way you guys can see how much everything costs. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and let's jump into my computer. To my computer, I'm gonna be breaking down the numbers of this project and showing you in detail and in full transparency how much I borrowed, how much I paid for construction, and my second lien position partners, and then how much I made. That's the most important part, right? So the loan details. Bought this property back in November, ended up borrowing $305,000 of a 10% interest rate. My monthly payments on the $305,000 was a little north of $2,500. I ended up paying 2 points in the very beginning, meaning 2% of the $305,000, which I had to pay at closing for $6,100. I ended up holding this property for 3 months, and that included renovation and then the sale of the property. My total projected interest during this whole period of time was $7,625. I only added this particular number with that number since I've already paid the points at closing up front, and that total loan was $312,000 roughly. Now, going into the repairs, and I'll break down the repairs here in a second. The repairs, $57,560.18 was the total repair cost. I borrowed $69,000, including interest paid for that. All right, utilities have been paying $320. That includes water, sewage, and electricity, and trash. The reason why that number is so low is because I got a refund on the tax, and I kind of lumped that all together. You'll see that here in a second. Insurance, I kind of ballparked this at $1,000. I end up paying this at closing. Once I sell the property, I can cancel my insurance because I paid for the whole year and I get reimbursed. So this number will probably be adjusted probably a little lower, but I end up putting that number just for conservative sake. Selling fees, this is when I go and list the property on the market and see basically the cost associated of selling the property. List price, I end up putting, sold price actually. I sold this for $440,000. I had to give a $10,000 closing cost to the buyer. So my broker list fee is when I list the property on the MLS with another broker. I know I did this kind of like backwards, but I ended up trying doing this because I figured I didn't really want to pay my broker a commission. So I ended up doing this way. So I paid brokerlist.com $188 to list this property on the market. It didn't really sell as quickly as I wanted, so I canceled the listing and I took on the listing because I'm a realtor. So I ended up paying myself basically 1%. So this is an additional cost that I probably shouldn't have done, but oh well. The photos that I took was $170 for the professional photos that I put on the MLS. The closing cost was roughly around $7,000 roughly. And the listing fees, including my payment to myself and then the buying agent, was $15,400 in total. So total expense on this property was $336,000, $336,700 or so. My gross profit was $103,000, and then my net was $34,000 roughly. Why the big number discrepancy? Well, I had to pay back my second lien position partners, which is the $69,000 right here. That's why you take the this number and you minus this number, right? And then, sorry, wrong thing. This number 103 minus the $69,000 in funds. So now let's get into the cost breakdown of what this all basically end up being. So I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so you guys can see it. So borrowed money from these two individuals and my mom and my brother, $6,900 and then $55,000 as a gap lending situation. Now the total services, professional services, I want to call them, as the inspection and then dumpster fees, right? It's $1,275. My material cost is right around $26,500. So all the material that you see in the photos and in the video walkthrough, that's how much it costs. And I have it all annotated here. The labor itself was right around $29,300. That included all the labor that you see: flooring, kitchen, bathroom tile, staining the concrete floors, paint and drywall work and deck work. Here's a breakdown of the utilities, right? So the utilities is roughly around $320.33. As you see here, I got a tax refund from the attorney's office, and that is the number breakdown on all the things that I did to the property and how much I ended up paying. Here's the quotes tab that I'll show you here. I kind of quoted it out and I end up adding the difference between it here. I don't really have a number here, but I just wanted to give you guys, if you guys are curious on what my quotes were and how far off I was. At the end of the day, these are all just quotes, and I try to, see if I can be as accurate as possible. So that is the complete breakdown of the numbers. Let's go back into the house, and I'm going to show you guys what we did as far as the renovation is. So stay tuned.
Hey guys, we're outside of Brewster, and it's raining right now, so I'm going to show you guys something real quick what we did. So what we did here was paint the shutters of the house. We added new windows on the bottom, which you guys will see later, and then we added a new door and new lights, and let's jump inside right now.
Welcome back inside. I'm gonna go over what we did in the first floor and throughout the house. So on the floors itself, we end up redoing these floors, adding LVP flooring to the first floor. Brand new paint, as you can see. New light fixtures. We have 6 recessed lights here that we added. We also changed out the switches and the outlets of the whole entire house. And then we also, moving into the dining room area, we end up adding a new light fixture right here, a little dining light fixture. And then moving ourselves through the kitchen here, we actually opened up this wall right here, this non-load bearing wall, made it more open so we can have a creative, open concept feeling to it. And in the kitchen, this is what I love the most about the kitchen. We end up basically demoing the existing kitchen that you'll see in the before and afters. The original kitchen had just like one side of shelves over here on the left-hand side of me, and the sink was basically right here in front of these 3 drawers. But we end up moving that over to the right-hand side of me, facing out towards this window. We also made this window smaller because the sink wouldn't be, to be fit into this particular spot. We added recessed lights, we painted the whole thing. As you can see, brand new cabinets, two-tone, with a beautiful granite countertop, with an under-mounted sink, with beautiful finishes, stainless steel appliances. We added this whole section here onto my left-hand side, cabinets for extra storage. It's beautiful. What else can I tell you? Oh, one more thing. We have this beautiful spice rack right here that is freaking amazing, which I wish I had in my own house. And then we have a double trash can drawer right here, which is also amazing, which I absolutely love. Added a backsplash here as well. And then all in all, I absolutely love this kitchen. And so let's go up to the upstairs and let's see what we did up there. All right, guys, follow me upstairs and I'm gonna show you guys what we did. So we added LVP flooring throughout the hallway, and then in the actual bathroom itself, we added brand new tile flooring, new tile showers with the 2 niches. We refinished the tubs. We added black accent, shower fixtures with the accessories. Brand new vanity light, brand new electrical LED mirror with a brand new vanity. And so we did a lot of work on that bathroom. So in this bedroom over here, it's a little smaller, but it could be good for a good either office or a kid's room. We end up obviously redoing the LVP flooring, brand new ceiling fan light combination, and brand new painted walls. We refinished the doors here with the brand new hand knobs. And in the bedroom, second bedroom here, we basically did the same thing, but this room's a little bit bigger, and that way, you have more space. So let's go into the master here real quick. The master did most of the same thing. I mean, nothing too crazy here. So, floors, wall, ceiling fan. But what I really like here the most is the actual bathroom of the master. So we end up doing everything we did on the hallway bathroom: new tile floor, new tile showers, niches, shower faucets, new toilet, new vanity, new faucet, new heated window, a mirror with LED lights, and the vanity light above. So let's go actually downstairs so you guys see what we did down there. All right, guys, come down here so you guys can check out the awesome basement. What we did here was we actually did something new that I've never done before. We actually water stained the concrete slab here, which is cool. We did a little rustic kind of feel. We added brand new paint to the walls, right? As you can see here, it's kind of a two-tone and plus a third tone accent wall for the chimney. So this looks really brilliant. We added recessed lights, as you can see above me, and then we changed out the bottom floor windows, as I was telling you outside. Let's see, what else? So follow me into the bathroom. I think that's all we did here. So in the bathroom, we end up continuing the stained floor all the way through the bathroom, updating the bathroom with the toilet, the accessories, refinished the vanity, added new faucets and mirror, and then dressing up the shower. We basically glazed the shower tiles and then added faucets and added a light above the shower. And into the bedroom over here, we continue the stain all the way through here and continue the two-tone color combination as you see on the outside of the paint. And then we added a brand new light in here that was not here before, with actually a brand new door over here with the new window. So let's jump into the utility closet here. So in the utility closet, we actually updated the hot water heater from a 40 gallon to a 50 gallon and changed out the windows. And that's all we did here. So we're not going outside. I'm definitely not going outside. As you can see, it's clearly raining. And so I'm gonna have you look outside and I'm gonna guide you on what we did. So as you can clearly see, we redid the decking boards into Trek boards, and then we
redid the posts and the pickets and painted them to white and black, and we made this deck beautiful. And so now we're gonna jump right back inside because it's raining. Let's go. So the last part of this video is the learning lessons that I've learned in this particular project. So learning my lessons from Winchurch Road would be not having a contractor convince me that I'm wrong, right? Hiring my existing contractors that I've been using for the last 30, 40 flips, I'm gonna be using those guys, okay? So they actually knocked this particular project out of the park within 45 days. So they didn't screw me over. So that was a plus. And then utilizing my license guys and my HVAC guys and my roofer guys that I've been using for a long time now, they've been great. So no hiccups there. The next one would be having multiple exit strategies. You gotta have them. You just gotta have them. Because if you don't, you might get screwed. So I'm really glad that I thought through this and took the time and energy to do so. So like, comment, and subscribe, please.